Right, we should be live. Let me go check it out real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Turn your phone down so it doesn't. So the freaking echo.
Yeah.
Julio Jones and Todd Gurley are active.
Mm-hmm. I'm a little disappointed David Blau's inactive. That's kind of tough.
David Blau is? Oh, man.
Ah,
I was really looking forward to seeing him.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me tweet it out. You can
Yeah,
see it,
we're
right?
on. Yep. Yours looks so clear compared to mine.
Yeah, you got to get
Do you,
the.
do you have do you have the YouTube comments on in case anybody asking there?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll just read out the questions that they come in on Twitter. All right, you ready for one?
All right. I'm ready.
All right. Pick 2, half-point PPR. Rashad Perriman, Henry Ruggs, Tyler Boyd, Darius Slayton.
You said Perryman, Ruggs, Boyd, Slayton?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Boyd and Slayton.
I think that's a good option. It's definitely Boyd for me, and then
Yeah, you can't trust Henry Ruggs. Hey, he's
it's between Perriman and Slayton.
Perryman's been playing pretty good.
Yeah, I'm playing
the
this.
past.
I'm thinking Perriman, honestly.
You're going with Perryman?
I think Perriman. Yeah.
So you think Perryman and Boyd, I think Boyd Slayton, correct?
Yeah.
Got any more?
I'm gonna go. Wait, let's check our rankings for that one. Let's just keep them consistent.
I don't think I ranked either one of them.
We both have Perriman ranked. You have him 29. I have Perriman 30.
Oh, I did rank Perryman.
Let's go Perriman then.
All right, we got a couple YouTube comments. We got
Do we really?
Mostert, Gaskin, or Booker.
Mostert.
I have
Gaskin, or
Mostert
Booker.
at like running back 8. So
Yeah, it's definitely between Mostert and Booker for me. 'Cause I think Booker's gonna feast, but I like Mostert. I mean, it's hard not to play him every single week.
yeah, Booker's definitely a top 15 play this week. The volume's going to be there. And
Yeah.
we got another question: Kyler Murray or Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, this is tough. I'm gonna go Rodgers because they're playing Philly, I believe. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Rodgers this week, even though Kyler has a pretty high floor with his legs. I'm gonna go Rodgers.
I'm gonna go Kyler just because
Kyler?
he always has the chance to rush for 100 yards.
Yeah,
And he has so many rushing touchdowns this year.
yeah.
too.
You have Kyler 1 above Rodgers this week, and I have Rodgers 2 above Kyler, so pretty even.
Yeah, but if
Good
you're
play,
just
good play either way.
if you're deciding between either one of them, then pretty lucky.
Mm-hmm.
You got any more on Twitter?
Let me look. Um, yeah, for quarterback, are you starting Taysom Hill, Matt Ryan, Jared Goff, or Philip Rivers?
Taysom Hill just because of the running game too.
Yeah, I agree.
He's got to get Alvin Kamara involved though.
Yeah, well,
If
I
he
mean, the
didn't-
good thing,
If he
Go
doesn't
ahead.
get Alvin Kamara involved this week, I mean,
yeah, it's definitely a little uneasy seeing him vulture the touchdowns from Kamara, but I mean, he's a stud runner. All right, here we go. Okay, this guy asked if Fitzpatrick is starting, and
DeAndre Swift's out. He was doubtful.
yeah, he says, "One more is Fitzpatrick starting. If so, would you dare start him over Herbert? He's not starting.
Say that again.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick is not starting, and so
Yeah, Tua's.
don't even have to worry about that." Appreciate the question. Who's it? Brad Cox. Appreciate that. Let's see what else we got.
Are you starting DeAndre Swift? If he's active next week?
Next week?
Yeah, I think I
Yeah, I
think
mean,
he
assuming
should.
he's active, I would.
I think he should be good to go. This is had to be a bad concussion, though. I mean, he's missed 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean that's not like totally uncommon, um, because I'm trying. Who was it that had a concussion and was out a couple weeks? It's evading my mind. I can't remember. There was somebody who got a concussion earlier this season. They put him on IR. Oh, David Johnson. Wasn't it David Johnson?
Was it a concussion?
I believe so.
I might be confusing him with who's the running back who went out with the hamstring?
Eckler?
No. All right, we got another question. PPR: AJ Brown, Adam Thielen, Smith Schuster. Pick one.
I'm definitely going Thielen.
Yeah, you got to go with Thielen. Although AJ Brown does have that huge playability. I mean,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
couldn't go wrong with any of those two, but I think Smith Schuster's definitely out of the running for that one. Even though he had a good last week against a tough defense.
All right, Spencer, we got a question coming from Noah Landskroner. He asked us a bunch of questions. Would you go Chris Carson or Devontae Booker?
Chris
I'm
Carson.
going Carson.
Yeah,
I'm going Carson.
I could see by the jersey that you have on your back, but Chris Carson's got to get going.
Yeah.
I think that he finally. If you had to guess, how do you think the snap percentages go in that backfield? I'm gonna go 70-30 Carson.
Well, last week, Carlos Hyde outsnapped him by a good number, but I think that was just because it's his first week back.
Easing him back in the game.
Yeah. I think 70-30 is a good call. I mean, minimum 60-40 in Carson's favor, but I think you got to play him. He's a top 10 play for me this week.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's see. Let me find another one here. All right, I got one.
All right.
You need to pick one. It's half-point PPR. Would you go with Frank Gore, Chase Claypool, or Michael Pittman?
Chase Claypool.
Really, I would go Frank Gore.
I'm not trusting Frank Gore this week.
I mean, they're playing the Raiders. The Raiders' defense is not great at all. And, I mean, he's the only one there.
All right, I got one. Damian Harris, Boston Scott, or Latavius Murray.
Oh, Damian Harris, easy. He's the only one out of those that's guaranteed, minimum 15 touches probably.
Does James White scare you at all?
Nah, I don't think so.
All right.
I mean, he did have his 2 touchdowns last week, I think. Yeah, he had 2, right?
I think he did.
Yeah, I'm still rolling with Harris. I think he's a beast.
Hunter Henry or Robert Tonyan?
I'm going Hunter Henry. Justin Herbert loves him, and,
Yeah.
why not? He's a big target.
I think that's easy. I think you definitely got to go Hunter Henry.
Do I have any more in the comments there?
Matt Ryan or Derek Carr?
I'm
thinking Matt Ryan.
Let me see what we.
I think Julio's returning this week too.
He is.
He might be.
I'm going to lean Derek Carr just because they got a kick matchup.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to lean Derek Carr. Yeah. All right. This is coming from Noah Landskroner again. Aaron Rodgers or Deshaun Watson?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to go with Deshaun Watson. Even though I have Aaron Rodgers ranked above him, I'm going to go Deshaun Watson. I'm going to contradict myself.
Okay.
Who are their matchups? Houston's facing
Houston plays Indy,
Yeah.
and Aaron Rodgers is playing the Eagles, right?
Actually, I'll go with Rodgers. No, I'll go with Rodgers.
Yeah, I think I'm slightly leaning Rodgers, but I've got them back to back, and I mean,
Is
either
Darius
one's a good
Leonard
play.
playing today? Let me check.
I believe so. I think he is.
If Darius Leonard's playing, I'm definitely going Rodgers. That defense is just nasty when he's in there.
Yeah. All right, so we got another question coming from Sean Armentrout. I think that's how you say it. So Kirk Cousins, Ben Roethlisberger, or Ryan Tannehill?
Say that again.
Kirk Cousins, Ben Roethlisberger, or Ryan Tannehill?
I think I'm leaning towards Ben Roethlisberger.
I think I am as well.
I have.
Cousins would be another good one, though. He's got a good matchup.
Is
And he's
Adam?
got Thielen back.
Yeah, he's got Adam Thielen back. Who are they facing? Jacksonville. Jacksonville. I'll go with Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
Ben Roethlisberger's just been so inconsistent.
Yeah, he's just got all the weapons and no James Conner. I mean, all right, Cooper Kupp or Julio Jones?
Wow. What two receivers to choose from? If you have Julio, you're playing him.
Yeah, I think you have to. He's just way too talented. I mean, Cooper Kupp's a good option, but I think I'm leaning Julio as well.
Yeah, you got to play Julio if you have him.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see. What else we got here?
I think it's the same question.
Yeah.
Oh, and I got one right here.
Okay.
Evan Ingram or Eric Ebron?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Ingram or Ebron?
I'm going Ebron.
I have Ingram ranked one spot ahead of Ebron this week just because they're playing Seattle.
How do I have him ranked?
You've got Ebron at 5 and you got Ingram at 8.
Yeah, I got Ebron ranked pretty high this week.
I think I'm gonna go Ingram just because they're gonna have to throw to keep up with Seattle. I think.
All right, Melvin Gordon or James White? I'm guessing that one's standard.
Um,
I think Melvin Gordon, even though that offense is offense is so bad.
You know, I think if it's PPR, I think you throw James White in. To be honest,
You never know what to do with Patriots running backs.
yeah, and I just don't like the whole Denver offense.
You're a big Drew Lock hater, aren't you?
I mean, I'm not like a hater on him. I just don't think he's that good. Let's see what's going on.
I got a little betting question for you.
All right, do me a good bet.
All right, Jaguars or Minnesota? Minnesota's favored by 10. Do you think they'll win by 10 points?
Well, I mean, Jacksonville hadn't really been getting totally blown out this year. Mike Glennon in there. But Dalvin Cook's going to run for like 1,000 yards. I'm going to go, give me Minnesota giving up 10. Give me Minnesota.
So you think they win by 10?
Yeah, I think they win by more than 10.
I don't think they win by 10. On the back of Barry Sanders, I think Jacksonville
The pack of Barry Sanders.
goes into Minnesota and upsets.
Oh, so you think they'll win?
I don't think they want. I don't think they want to win. I think if they wanted to win, they could beat them. It's a little bit. Everybody's talking about Nick Chubb versus Derrick Henry this week. Why not Dalvin Cook versus James Robinson?
Oh,
that's
gosh,
the star running back matchup this week.
Let's see. Cody O'Day, I think that's how you say his name. Said, hey guys, do you like Sophie's kicker choices chances at a title run? I'm assuming he's talking about the Fanatics League. Let's see. If I remember correctly, he was up there pretty high. Let me check that out real quick.
I know I'm sitting at 5. And good part on you because I had no idea what he was talking about.
Yeah, this guy is 5-0.
Really? Wow.
20 he's above. Yeah, I'm second in that division, and you are fourth. And this guy is first, right in front of me.
Yeah, I need to win this week to even have a chance, and I need you, or I need somebody to lose. I need a lot of people to lose.
Well, he's got a great team. For 20 teams, he's got a great team. He's got Kyler Murray, Chase Edmonds, Damian Harris, DK, best receiver in the league, Michael Pittman, Mike Gesicki, J.K. Dobbins.
He's got Mike Evans on his bench.
Yeah, just on a bye week.
And Gabe Davis. Oh, yeah, he's winning. He's winning. If he's got Gabe Davis, he's winning.
Well, to answer the question, if he's do we like his chances at a title run? Absolutely.
I think he's definitely the favorites.
He's got to be one of them. I think if my team gets back McCaffrey in time and Mark Andrews, I think I'd give him a run for his money because I got Eckler as well. But
you just have Nelson Aguilar starting, which is a little scary.
Yeah, well, I mean, 20 teams is gonna be thin. It's either him or AJ Green.
You do have Austin Eckler, Wayne Gallman, and Christian McCaffrey, though.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty strong for 20 teams. When we were drafting that, I was like, if I can just, figure out a way to get into the playoffs and have these guys come back in time, then that's a that's gonna be looking good. All right, let me hop back on Twitter, see what we got. All
I've
right,
seen
Alan Lazard or Tim Patrick?
wow. Um,
I'm going Lazard.
yeah, Lazard.
You just look who's throwing him the ball.
This the fantasy freak on Twitter. He's been asking me. He's been asking us this week if he should trade Hopkins. I think it was Hopkins for Michael Thomas and DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, he put out a poll for that, didn't he?
Yeah, and I think he should. I like Michael Thomas and DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, I think it's a case of if you are a lock to make the playoffs, I think you can take that trade. But if not, I think you got to keep Hopkins in there for this week. That'll give you a better chance because Swift's obviously not playing. And then I take Hopkins over Thomas comparably for this week. I mean, and rest of the season. But if you like your chances of getting in or like you're pretty much a lock, I think you can take that trade. Do you agree with that?
Oh yeah, I've told him all. I've told him all week he should take that trade.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so Seattle, your team is heavy favorites going into the game against New York. It is in Seattle. They are favored by 10.5. You say Seattle doesn't blow teams out. Are you taking that 10.5, or do you think the Giants cut it close?
I mean, they got Colt McCoy starting this week. Yeah, give me Seattle giving up the points. Not a big believer in the Texas legend Colt McCoy.
If it was Daniel
gunslinger.
Jones, do you think it would be closer?
Yeah, if it was Daniel Jones for sure, I think it'd be closer. But I mean, you're right. Seattle has yet to just completely blow out many teams. Yeah, but I still think this is a Seattle game. DK is going to go for about 450 yards, about 6 touchdowns.
No, that's
So, yeah,
less than
give me
I was
10.
expecting for you to say.
Yeah, I mean, trying to come back down to earth here.
All
Yeah,
right.
I like Seattle.
All right, someone asked us Lamar Jackson or Derek Carr. Are you even?
Yeah, I'm going Lamar. Easy.
They're facing Dallas.
Yeah, I'm going Lamar. He's
Yeah.
gonna run all over him himself. I got another one.
Somebody.
Go
Hold
ahead.
on. Let me interrupt you. Same
Yeah,
question.
go ahead.
Would you start Murray and Kamara, or the other options are AP? I think Gus Edwards, Cam Akers, Nelson Aguilar, and Chase Claypool. I'm starting Chase Claypool over Latavius Murray.
So I assume that means I see that question. I assume that means he's starting both Kamara and Latavius Murray.
I think he's trying to figure out someone to start over Latavius Murray.
Okay.
I think that is. I said Jackson and Claypool.
Yeah, I'd go Claypool, and if not, I'd probably go AP just because he'll be the lead back. But yeah, I like Claypool. That's a good option.
All right, you got any other questions?
Yeah. So one we got earlier, J.K. Dobbins or Zeke?
You got to
Isn't
start
that-
Zeke.
Isn't that weird that like?
Yeah,
that's
that you're
actually
even
a
asking
question.
that.
Yeah, I mean it's a very valid question. Don't get me wrong, but like
A man
I
in a
just wanna-
three running back by committee with 3 people.
All right, I got another one for you. Dallas Goddard or Eric Ebron? And
Eric
these guys
Ebron. I have Eric Ebron
because-
at tight end 5. I think he's a really good start this week. That's easy for me.
He's just a little hesitant because Ertz is back. I think it's closer than most people say. I'd probably still lead Ebron because I would think he's going to get more targets than Goddard. Yeah, and there's uncertainty with Zach Ertz. I'd probably lean Ebron as well.
So you're still going Ebron?
Yeah. I have Ebron ranked higher as well.
All right. Trying to fix my camera right now.
Just got a couple more followers. We appreciate that. Shout out Jason Rodriguez and then Dan Baker for dropping us a follow on Twitter. We appreciate it. All right. I already got one. Chase Chase Edmonds or Cam Akers?
Uh, I'll go with Cam Akers. He looks like he might be taking over the backfield.
Yeah, I think I agree. Just because he's got a better chance of being the lead back. Clearly Kenyon Drake. I mean, it's not clear just because he's competing with two other running backs as opposed to just run one. Yeah, I'm gonna go Cam Akers.
Okay. Taysom or Cam Newton?
Um, I think I'm gonna go Taysom.
Taysom?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Taysom. I think he's got a higher floor with the rushing yards, even though Cam is probably more likely to have a rushing touchdown. But the thing that really separates it is, for me, is who they're throwing to. I mean, right there to Michael Thomas or Jameer Bird.
I'm going to go with Bird. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate that. We'll put that in the hot takes this next week.
Let's get some more betting questions for you.
Yeah, we can do that. We got another subscriber on YouTube. That's awesome. Yeah, you read Cody's Taysom or Cam question. Let's see.
Do you have the Packers covering by 8 against the Eagles?
I do, yeah. I think that's going to be an absolute slaughter.
You think they'll blow them out? You think we'll see some Jalen Hurts this week?
Man, I hope so. I really hope so. Just to change it up or something. But I know Carson Wentz gets a lot of hate, but that offensive line doesn't do him any favors. I mean, granted, he still makes some bonehead throws, but golly. I think the Packers are going to kill him, so maybe they get up so big they're like, we're going to just throw in Jalen Hurts and see what happens.
What about the Titans or the Browns? Who do you have?
Titans or Browns? Talking about just straight up?
Yeah.
I'm going to go. They get Myles Garrett back this week, so I'm going to go with the Browns.
You're going to go with the Browns?
They're what, 8-3? Or no? Is it 8-3, 9-3?
8-3, I think.
Yeah, 8-3.
Maybe we might be wrong.
Yeah, they're 8-3. And get Myles Garrett back. Before he got COVID, he was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year.
I think he's still in the running.
He been missing 2 games?
Oh, yeah. He'll still he might lead the league in sacks still.
No, I think it's going to be Donald. Yeah, and I think the run game, I think if they can stop Derrick Henry and make Tannehill throw the ball, it's going to be tough for them to beat him.
Yeah, but that's a big if.
All right, here we go. Another question coming in from the baby of the bunch. Would you start Justin Herbert or Ben Roethlisberger?
Herbert.
Yeah, I'm going Herbert all day. Dude's a stud.
Herbert's been more consistent.
Yeah. And I like the fact that he's throwing an Eckler out of the backfield as opposed to Benny Snell or Anthony McFarland right now. I think that gives him a higher floor.
Yeah, that one's an easy one.
So Austin Eckler coming back after a really good, first game back. How high would you rank him for the rest of the season?
PPR or non-PPR?
Let's do half point so we can meet in the middle.
Half point PPR. The only people I'm ranking above him are, let me go to if Breeze comes back next week, I'll rank Kamara above him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll rank Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry, James Robinson.
Okay.
And probably Nick Chubb. Those are the 5. So I'd probably say 6. He's right there with Aaron Jones. So 6 or 7.
Easy top 10 play.
Oh, yeah. I think he's a top 5 play in full point PPR. I'd rank him above Robinson, and I'd rank him above Chubb in full point PPR.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying. We were talking about how to rank him when you're coming back. I mean, the dude's a stud. And he looked really good. He looked explosive.
They were facing the awful run defense of Buffalo, though.
Yeah, that's very true. But he caught 11 balls. Um,
You don't expect that going forward, though. I don't think he'll catch 11 balls again this season.
yeah.
I
What
would expect
about?
more around the 6, 7, 8 range.
Yeah, I think that's more realistic. 11 balls is. I mean, that's pretty high. They were in comeback mode as well, so they're gonna be throwing a little more. Um, Another guy who had a massive performance, who we've been getting a lot of questions from, and I'm a huge fan of myself, Antonio Gibson. Where do you rank him rest of the season? For me personally, I got him right about 10, maybe just inside the top 10.
I got him at like 12. I got, I think he's around that James Conner range.
Okay,
Let me
I think
see.
I'd go Gibson above Connor rest of the season.
Yeah, I'd say he's right behind Miles Sanders, Josh Jacobs, um, Raheem Mostert.
See, I would take Gibson over Sanders.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like how Sanders looked last week when they were playing Seattle. They used Boston Scott way too much for my comfort.
Somebody said, should I flex Gore or Claypool? I'm gonna go with Claypool, just because
You think so?
I think he'll catch a touchdown. Yeah, and Gore's probably gonna have 20 carries for 55 yards. Is on Johnson a good
Mhm.
start with Swift not playing?
Well, it depends on who your other options are. I don't know if I'd say he's a good start. Maybe in a like super deep league, like above 12 team, you can throw him at like flex. But he looked okay on Thanksgiving. They just love Adrian Peterson. It seems like we're saying that every week. Why do they love AP so much?
He looked good though last week. AP did.
He did. I mean, he got into the end zone. Yeah, but I'm gonna. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable starting him because I don't think he's gonna be the lead back. I mean, I guess it really depends on who your other options are. So,
Yeah, I
like,
asked him. I
that's
asked him
why
who his other options were.
was that
Say,
in our messages or what?
oh, here we go. Cooper Cup or Tyler Lockett?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna go Lockett still. I know. I mean,
Bias,
he.
bias.
Well,
No,
I
I'm
know.
gonna go with Lockett too.
I know he's like overshadowed by DK a lot, but um, I'm trying to think.
I got a question.
Hmm.
Before we wrap it up here, this is something we talk about every week that we have not gotten a chance to talk about on the podcast. Who are your top 5 wide receivers, not fantasy, but in talent?
So just
In ta-
NFL receivers got nothing to do with fantasy. Top five. I'm gonna go with like in order or just five. Just start a group of five.
uh, let's do it in order.
Because in order that is tough. That is super tough.
All right, then give me your 5 best wide receivers, no order.
All right, I'm throwing Devontae Adams in there. I'm throwing DeAndre Hopkins. Um, I'm throwing. What else would I put in there? See, it's like I want to say Michael Thomas, but I mean his production had been too great.
We already know you're gonna throw Metcalf in, so
Yeah, DK is going to be in there. Um, hmm, that's tough. I mean, talent, you got to say like Julio, right? Just because Julio or Tyreek Hill.
I'm gonna go
Tyreek,
with
Tyreek's
Adams.
playing like it.
I'm gonna go with somebody who does not get talked about enough is Keenan Allen. I'm gonna put Keenan Allen in my top 5. I'm
Okay.
gonna put
I get,
Hopkins.
okay. Stephon Diggs incoming.
No,
I
Stephon
like it.
Diggs is in there definitely.
Oh, he is. He is in there. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. Smells a little biased, but maybe
and
just me.
then my last one, Tyreek. DK could be at 6, and
Oh, so no DK, even though he's
Julio
going
could be at
in DK one. Okay,
even.
I ain't mad about it.
Got any other questions for us before we wrap it up?
Let's see here. See if we've got any last minute questions. Just check real quick. I think that's it. We got to all of them. For anybody watching still, we appreciate it. Um,
I think we got through all of them.
yeah, I mean, we get a
We just got a comment
ton.
saying Diggs is better than Metcalf, so I think that wraps it up. Would you like to guess who that was by?
Oh, did we? It's either one of your fake accounts or a fellow Buffalo Bills fan. Oh, we did get a last question real quick from Cody O'Day. I think that's how you're saying.
I,
Apologies if it's not.
I think he's asking Dobbins or Harris.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going Damien Harris. Easy.
I hope J.K. Dobbins could get the keys to the backfield, but I'm going to go with Harris.
Yeah. I mean, he's competing with running back Lamar Jackson.
All
Yeah.
right. So I think that will do it. We'll be here same time, same
We're going to
place
try to do
next.
this every week, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I really like
we
it.
don't
It's
have
cool.
many more weeks. I think playoffs start next week.
For most teams, yeah. Most
So-
leagues. Some start this week, and then some will be week 15, 16. Some are 16, 17. It's tons of different formats. But yeah, for those watching, we appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time.